But my experiences tell me that there's no vast conspiracy to hurt people that look like me. It's never been that way. We don't stand in the locker room at the start of the day and say, let's see what black man we can mess up today. If that was the case, I'm gone. I wouldn't have spent 33 years here, almost 34. It's just not real. It's a false perception that's put out there, and what I want to do is try to end that false perception.
Hello, critical thinkers. Hope all is well. Please like the video, share the video, comment below on the video, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Please also click on the bell notification icon and select all so that you will be notified when I go live.
Jacksonville Sheriff TK Waters gets interviewed at JSO headquarters and spoke about race and transparency. Sheriff TK Waters loves to use the term transparency and makes reference to the JSO's transparency site. It's almost as if the mere mention of transparency will wipe away the brutality faced by William McNeil Jr. JSO's transparency portal on their website is made out to be a Shangri-La for people of color, wiping away racial profiling, slaps to the face, and broken teeth. Hear what Sheriff TK Waters has to say about race, transparency, and truth. TK Waters even uses the Bible to make himself feel better about his shenanigans and his employees' excessive use of force.
One of the things that has come out as this whole case is developing and continues to develop is our partner organization, Action Jacks, had done an investigation, and they said that more black drivers were stopped as a result of different things, and even said, we're not playing race games here.
Right.
We're not playing race politics.
Right.
Let's talk a little bit about that.
Sure. So I can tell you, I knew from the minute I saw this, I knew exactly what was going to happen. I've been around here since 1991. We've gone backwards when it comes to not the agency and not how we deal with people, but how they perceive things and how they present things. There are nothing but a bunch of great people here. Do I think that there's not a person here that doesn't like a certain race of people? I don't know that. It would serve that there probably is, and I don't know until I know. I don't know until we find out. But I can tell you that when we go about our daily duties are about enforcing laws. People say a headlight out, not having your headlights on during inclement weather, oh, it's minor. It might be minor, but traffic is our responsibility. That's part of it. No seatbelt is a primary stopping offense. So when they mention this, they don't mention the seatbelt very often. They just talk about the inclement weather because it wasn't raining at the time and no headlights. And the officers didn't have their lights on. Well, when the lights are on a police car, depending on which one it is, the headlights flash. When the blue lights are on, the headlights flash. The car behind them, headlights were on until they did the stop. So there's a lot of things that go involved in this, but it is never, ever about a race. In most cases, when we stop cars, you don't necessarily see who the driver is. You can go back and pull up traffic stops and listen to the audio, and you can hear unknown driver, unknown occupants, because usually you can't tell from the back of the head. Sometimes you go forward, when you're coming forward, you see the light's not on. It's obvious then at that point. But I told everyone, I'm telling people now that I'm not going to play the race game. There's sometimes there's going to be more people that are stopped and ticketed for speeding than one demographic. It's just part of the process. That's not how we do things.
What, I guess 2 follow-up questions. What immediately comes next in this case, knowing that there is potentially pending litigation? And I guess the most immediate thing is, you said you put out the body-worn camera. Have we seen all angles? Is there any other video that you have as an agency that has not been publicized?
All the video that we have is on the transparency side.
Okay.
We gave you, what we did that day is we gave you the best views so you can see as much as you could. But all that stuff's on the transparency side. The stuff that they came out with yesterday.
That was the still image from the video that had been put out previously.
That's our video. All of it's our video, except for that small clip inside that car. But all that's our video. So nothing new.
And then what's next? The administration process. just briefly, like, what does that look like, generally speaking? How long and elaborate of a process does that look like?
So they have 180 days. There's a time limit. And they interview, they talk to the officers involved, and they do those things. And after they finish, they write a summary, and they'll come up with whether he was guilty of a charge or not. And then they submit that up the chain of command. Undersheriff gets it, I get it, we read it, and we make a decision on how we're going to, if they're found guilty of some charge, we'll determine how they're going to be disciplined. So we're just waiting for that. That's where we are now. We're waiting for that process to make its way through. I'm not going to rush them. Accuracy is much more important than speed. So I want them to be accurate. I want them to be very detailed so that we can get to the bottom of if there are policy violations or if they're not. They have to be able to explain why there aren't. They have to be able to explain, what went on, why there is or why there isn't.
Given the national public attention now, you typically would come forward to announce what the findings would be. Is that going to change in any way, or do you plan to address it the
I
same
plan to
way?
address it at some point and tell people what happened. And my biggest concern is Jacksonville. I don't want any civil unrest. The reason I come out and I'm honest and listen, people can disagree with me all they want. One thing they can't do, even if they say it out of their mouth, in their heart, they know we're honest. They know we're getting information out to our public more than it's ever been before. They know that we created an entire section in this agency to address issues so that people can see what goes on inside this agency. This agency is the people's agency. I'm hired or elected by the people of this county, and they deserve information, so we're going to give it to them. And like I said, not everyone's going to agree. There's a bunch of people that disagree. But at the same time, there's a bunch of people that do agree with the process and what we're doing, and they see that we're making a sincere effort to get them as much information as possible. There's a passage in scripture that I always think about when I do this stuff. And I know that the Apostle Paul said to the Galatians, he says, "Am I become your enemy because I tell you the truth?" People are repulsed by truth when it goes against what they already believe. But my experiences tell me that there's no vast conspiracy to hurt people that look like me. It's never been that way. We don't stand in the locker room at the start of the day and say, let's see what black man we can mess up today. If that was the case, I'm gone. I wouldn't have spent 33 years here, almost 34. It's just not real. It's a false perception that's put out there, and what I want to do is try to end that false perception.
If you found value in this video, please like the video, comment below. Don't forget to share the video. And if you feel that I've earned it, please subscribe to the channel. My goal is to give you honest and direct feedback and go deeper than what the mainstream media is telling you. Take care, God bless, and see you next time.